Welcome to Three Dads in a Pod, where three friends who are so good at being dads decided to make a podcast about it. Please be advised, by listening, you may need to remind yourself not to hate them for being this awesome. Now grab a drink, pull up a chair, and don't listen to anything they say because they're idiots. Here's your hosts, Will, Wes, and Colin.
I thought only one of us was going to do something stupid. What is that?
Welcome back, boys. The long-awaited return. What is that, like, mannequin thing?
I bought this so I could work on Callie's hair. Practice.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Dude, dedication, brother.
Dude, that's dedication right there, dude.
Dedication. What a new word.
And also so that I could practice when I grab Aaron's hair.
How's that been?
Not good.
Hey, Colin, your camera's still not on.
Yeah, I put my shirt back on.
Oh,
Oh,
you didn't want to show that?
honestly, dude.
I didn't want to make this too erotic.
All right.
Honestly, like just hearing your voice and thinking about what's behind the screen is good enough.
Probably makes it even worse, honestly.
Good.
Back up a little bit. What's up, boys?
Well,
Welcome back.
What's up, boys?
like we never left.
It's been, what, 4 months, maybe?
Yeah, so
Really that long?
we took our first official 3 Dads in a Pod sabbatical. We feeling refreshed.
Hibernation? Yep.
Yeah.
Time flies when you're having a good time, not doing your podcast with your buddies, you know?
So much to catch you guys up on. So much.
It's great because it's like we're acting like we haven't talked.
Dude.
We literally just we blocked each other when we decided to stop recording.
I think I don't know when the last episode went out.
Didn't we do a Christmas one or Thanksgiving?
We talked about doing a Christmas one and then never did.
Yeah, one of us bailed on that one. I forget who it was.
I think it was early November was the last one we put out.
Dude, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to think who bailed on the Christmas episode because we had a nice plan for that one. Was it Will?
Probably me.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
right. Christmas was right before Christmas was like where I turned my life around, you know?
Yeah.
All right. Well, what are we? What's the plan for tonight now, Wes? I feel like you have a good grasp on it. So you want to give us a rundown?
Yeah. So we just want to let all of our listeners and followers know that this is going to be the last pod. Just kidding. No. So we're kicking off season 2. Last year was season 1, and for starters, thanks for everybody that has followed the journey, that's subscribed, that's engaged, watched, listened. We love y'all. But we're officially starting season 2 today. And so we wanted to kick off season 2 with our top mistakes or biggest learnings from last year's episodes from season 1.
Let's call it
learnings.
Let's call it lessons learned rather than things.
Wait, what'd you say? Rather than what?
I said let's call it lessons learned rather than biggest mistakes.
No, my favorite part was the learnings.
Learning. Yeah,
dude, that's gonna be a bomb title to this episode.
Dude, we gotta cut that. Dude.
I viewed it. No, I view season 2 as season 1 started strong, right? We were the new young team that came in, started hot,
About
and
to take
then
over the whole
totally
podcast.
shit the bed the second half of the season, lost all the division games, and missed the playoffs.
Yeah.
And so we are now back. We've reloaded, and I think we just kind of recentered. I think we all talked about it before. I just think I don't know. It's not like we went into the podcast with expectations, but I think it changed and transformed over the course of the first 6 months of recording into something that was different than what our initial intentions were. So, like Wes said, I just think things that we've decided work for us, what didn't work for us, and we're back for season 2 and gonna do it again. We just hope we're not like the Lions and have
All the
70
potential in the world.
seasons. Yeah.
Yeah. 15-2, and then don't make the
Yeah,
playoffs.
I didn't want to get us on too much of a tangent, but I was going to say, please don't use the word playoffs again until at least next September. I'm still coming back.
Yeah, you should feel so sick that you didn't win the Super Bowl in a stacked NFC where the Jags destroyed probably their best window in history to make it to the big game. So
Yeah.
yeah.
The first thing I do every morning is, for the most part, is take a poop. And I can't tell you, I mean, it's March 17th. I still sit on the toilet at like 5 a.m. most days of the week and just I just go back into my living room on January 26th or whatever it was, just replaying the Rams Seahawks game in my head. It's March 17th.
Yeah, I'm praying for you, man.
Yeah, we call that, I think that's called mental illness, but those are things we want to talk about. We want to tell, we want people to know we're real, we're not perfect,
Yeah.
Despite all appearances.
I almost delayed the podcast to 9:30, even though I'd already delayed it from 8:30 or whatever, because I ran out of Zens. I consider that mental illness, that I was going to have to run to the store because I only had one Zen left that I popped before, and I know I was going to need one about 30 minutes in. So that's also honest. What illnesses do you have, Wes? Other than what are your top learnings of illnesses that you have?
Perfectionism.
Top illness. There's something to think through. Let me see.
Probably dish cleaning ability.
Yeah. No.
What about your ED?
Dude. What about what? What did you say?
I said,
Just
what about
you drinking your tea and doing that?
Wes, I said, what about your ED?
Oh yeah. Well, speaking of which, actually, David Bond, one of my good buddies, got me this for Christmas. Actually, so I have been dealing with that. Some really good chapters in it.
Can you, for the people that are listening and not watching, can you please read the title of your book?
Yeah, it says, and by the way, my buddy David Bond got this for me. I didn't buy it myself. So this was just a good friend. But How to Live with a Huge Penis.
Wait.
It's advice, meditations, and wisdom for men who have too much. So just to take you guys quickly through the chapters. So this is actually in the cover.
Okay. Stop.
Yo, dude.
So I'm
actually that book has been written and published is the best part.
It's literally part of my book collection.
Please, dude, you need to have with work like a Teams meeting or something, and just have that on your bookshelf in the back.
Yeah,
Like,
for work. Yeah, that'd be real funny, dude. Just have everybody read that in the middle of a call.
okay. All right, Wes, I feel like you've got the list of our learnings, and I feel like they're
Maybe before we get into that, do we want to let the listeners know what are the changes that we're going to implement?
Oh yeah, I thought we would probably cover that in the fun earnings, maybe not.
Oh,
So you know what?
okay.
Take it away, sir. I'm along for the ride.
So, moving forward, we're gonna have a hard stop at 45 minutes, right? Is that what we agreed?
Yeah.
5 minutes?
Well, when we hit 45 minutes, we'll then wrap it up.
Yeah.
Like,
So
it's not
no
we're gonna cut it.
longer
No.
are the episodes
40 minutes.
be an hour and 15 minutes. I think we had one that was like an hour and 30 minutes. The reason for this, and this will play into one of the top lessons learned. Sorry, let me rephrase that for you guys. Is because for those of you guys that don't know, generally what Colin, Will, and I would do is we would hop on Riverside Chat, which is the platform that we're using for this.
Riverside FM.
Shout out to Will for following us. We would talk and catch up for like 20 to 30 minutes. Then we would hit record. Then we would record for anywhere between 2 to 3 hours. And then we would try.
There were over 4-hour recordings in there.
Yes. And by the way, keep in mind, we're married with kids, as you guys know, and we generally would start around 8:30. So it's 11:30 midnight, sometimes later, before we actually stop the recording, and then we would have to edit it and essentially listen to 3 hours worth of us talking about the most ridiculous things. So we decided, realistically, if we want to be consistent and if we want to like enjoy this and not look at it as a burden, which it became, we need to have like a hard cut, and whatever we talk about within 45 minutes is what we talk about. And if we ended up talking about something longer than maybe we wanted to, who cares? Because that's how natural conversations are anyways. This isn't a work call. We don't have something that we need to talk about in a certain time. So we'll push it to the next episode, or whatever else we decide we want to talk about, we'll discuss on another episode. So moving forward, at 45 minutes, we will cut off the episode or wrap things up. And yeah, so lesson learned. Number one is recording for way too long and then not giving ourselves realistic time to edit things. I'm just like, I guess, compiling that into one. Maybe that was two. But
no, that's
yeah. So for those of you guys that are listening, rest assured, or watching, top episode length is now 45 minutes moving forward for our own benefit and yours.
Yeah. And I think that's us, right? Like to the list, I go back to the first video we posted, right? When we introduced the pod that Wes made. Just off the cuff fun, right? And I think it moved to we tried to structure it too much to be like other podcasts or what we thought it should look like. And the whole reason we started this was to catch up, laugh, how we started this episode. And because in our normal hangouts or times we get together, we do that. And then we end up talking about something serious about life. And I think that is what makes our friendship great, and what also will relate to more people who know us and who don't know us, is that we are just three normal dudes who are also dads and husbands and have.
Yeah, dude.
I wasn't going to say it, dude. I looked at Colin because he was actually looking at me, like listening to what I was saying, and I could not formulate the words to come out. But you know what I'm getting at. I think that kind of plays off what you said, Wes. Like, we do this during the week, or once a month we'll call each other and bull crap and talk about life and stuff. And that's really what we wanted this to be. So I kind of just piggybacking off what you said, Wes. I think just bringing it back down to earth is the easiest way to put it for what we're doing here.
Which basically, Wes, I think from the list that you sent us before we started, that's basically number 2, right? Which is like kind of forgetting why we even started doing this podcast in the first place.
Yeah.
Which we're already 3 best friends who all happen to get married, then have children like right around the same time. And so we're just like, we should just kind of basically record our conversations that we have.
Mhm.
And, on that note, like people who know us and actually take the time to listen to us starting a podcast, they listen because they want to just like hear us talk and BS for the most part, not like try to be the world's best podcasters,
Yeah.
Yeah.
kind of losing sight of like just the authenticity of just the fact that we're, in a unique situation where 3 best friends like kind of are in some sense living the same life together.
Yeah.
And it also, so back to number 1 though, with doing the episodes shorter, we're also going to reduce, eliminate if we can any editing. So we'll just record it, stop it, put an intro and outro on, and then and send it. So it'll be much more like unfiltered,
Yeah.
just whatever.
Which is kind of one of the other big lessons that we learned last year as well, was just how much editing we would do, or how much maybe emphasis we would put on editing
To make it
For
sound
me,
as
yeah, like caring so much about like, well, we said like too much, or oh, I don't like the way that sounds, and it's just like, who cares? Like, truthfully, who cares? If this is how we talk, this is how we talk. I'm not trying to impress anybody, and I think not that we were doing any of this to impress anybody, or to,
no. I think we were just trying to do a good job.
yeah, I
Like,
think we're
I
just
think-
overly critical of ourselves.
I was trying to impress people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but I do agree. Like, see, I say like a lot. This is just, and that's a great point, Wes, is this is who we are, right? So I think when you were saying that, it's like a blessing and a curse of who we are as guys. Like, we started this to have fun, but then we also really want to do like a good job. We wanted to make it professional, structured, professional. And I think we just got away from just too much trying to do a good job. And we cared about putting a good product out there that we thought people would be interested in listening to, the story, and I do think the storyline of introducing us was good, but like you said, it became like we kind of created this animal and kept feeding it, and then it became too much. And
Yeah.
so,
Yeah.
Yeah, which is
really-
funny. It's just super ironic because like like you said, like our entire personalities are represented there, where we want to do things really well, but inadvertently, like us being wired that way is the thing that kept us from doing the thing that we set out to do, which was just like meet with each other and have normal conversations, record them, and start a podcast through it.
Mhm.
It's like all the time that we realized we'd have to spend editing and even just getting together to talk when we knew it was probably going to turn into 2 or 3 hours. We're like, it just became too much to do. So it actually prevented us from
Mhm.
doing the thing itself,
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I will
Yeah.
cherish, though, because the chances of these instances happening are going to be slim. But I cherish the 12:30 on a weeknight when we all have to get up early and we're doing random shit with our daughter's toys, or trying to wake our wives up and farting. So I will say that, the first hour was great, and then like 2 to 3 hour was probably just too much BS, and then the last like 30 minutes I thoroughly enjoyed, but then regretted in the morning when we got up at whenever.
So to add some context to this, for those that don't know what Will's talking about, we have this like ongoing rule that we're not allowed to like be the first person to end the conversation. Like whoever is the weakest that night or whoever is the one that's going to be lame is the one that ends the conversation. So we would intend to be done at a specific time, but it would carry for 35 minutes because neither of us wanted to be the person to actually hang up or end the phone call. So yeah,
Which is so childish. Like it's
so
so
dumb. It's the dumbest thing. It's the dumbest thing.
it was so real though. Like it was almost like whoever needed to actually, which is most of the time
It's
Colin,
usually Colin. Yeah.
who actually is getting up at like 4:45, we would make them feel like scum of the earth for doing
Yeah,
so.
we
Like
just like just being
Colin,
creative with like insults. Like, oh, dude, oh, you have to wake up at 4:40. Oh, wow, sick, dude.
oh,
You're really gonna end the call now. Yeah.
dude, I wake up 10x my day. Yeah. But no, Colin is honestly, Colin trooped through most of that because it would be like 10:30. He'd be like, all right, guys, like, we should probably wrap this up. And then it's like 12:15 in the morning.
Next thing you know, it's 1 o'clock. Dude, okay, no, this is actually insane. The number of times last year that I told Kelsey, like, all right, we're going to start recording at 8:30 tonight. And then we wouldn't start until 9:15. And then I would get in bed literally at like 1 a.m. And she'd wake up and she'd go, did you have fun? I'd be like, I had fun. We didn't record an episode though. Like that literally happened at least 3 times.
Leah would do the same thing. The next day, she'd be like, how'd the episode go? I'm like, yeah, I don't think we actually are
We're gonna have to do it again.
Yeah. Just like, what were you guys doing the whole time? You're like, you don't want to know.
Yeah.
It is funny.
So funny.
Well, on the note that you guys are making too about like that Will that you made about like we just would overload ourselves with too much work. There are so many like segment ideas and things that you guys don't even know about that we said we were going to do that we never ended up doing. Like we had a full playbook of topics and different themes for episodes. And like we thought through this so hardcore. And then after I think one or two episodes, we realized, oh crap, this is like a lot of work. And just slowly started reducing things down to a point where like we didn't even have a theme or like a game or anything tied into an episode. So yeah. Product
when you say
like 2 episodes. What else was there? There's like
Like that
Dad Vice was one
Dad
of them.
Fails and Nails.
Fails and Nails.
Yeah.
we did that a couple times, but I think you saying that makes sense because how did we start recording was talking about our friendship, our marriages, meeting our wives, our kids. So all of those things are very natural, like us storytelling. And we all learn things about those moments or those processes that we didn't know about each other, like smaller details and stuff. That was fun. And then once we got out of that, segment or area of our podcast where we're like introducing ourselves and kind of laying the groundwork, we immediately like we got away from that to try too hard to make it I don't know, you know what I mean? Like we tried too hard to make it very structured and so I think it is funny how, because I thoroughly enjoyed those first like 4 or 5 episodes. Like,
Yeah.
I thought they were great. I loved hearing the stories that I didn't know, and I think that's what made it so fun. So
maybe I can kind of rein us back into the lessons learned. First, if I feel like we've said 3, but I'm not even remembering what they are now at this point. Can you help me?
I don't either,
Well, like losing sight of the purpose was one, like forgetting why we started, over committing ourselves to like
Overcommitting, spending too much time
on things.
not hitting our KPIs.
Yeah. I hit our KPIs. And then editing was editing one.
Editing.
I feel like that was kind of. We're probably actually.
They're in there. They're in there.
How about this? I think they get it.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway, I think maybe then what we can also potentially expect to do more going forward is probably post episodes much more frequently, with less with less editing, and probably just have a little bit more of those free flowing conversations. Like who knows, maybe not even potentially not even come into some of these like with any kind of real agenda, but just instead talk and just see if it turns into an episode, Um, So obviously we want to have some kind of structure, like you need that, but so hopefully moving forward we can get like episodes out a bit more frequently, and we'll just be shorter and a bit more kind of free flowing.
Yeah. And then another big, and this is more so for me to speak on, but just because I am the one that usually handles all the posting of stuff on social media and TikTok and Instagram and all that. But I know that once we had that one TikTok video that went viral for like 360,000 views, I got so wrapped up in I want us to get another viral video. So then I was thinking about editing things. I was thinking about chasing viral moments, and that became more of a focus than just the podcast episodes themselves. So, lesson learned for me is to let those things come naturally or organically versus trying hard to like create videos that can be viral. Um, because I started to get like burnt out with trying to like put together really clickbaity type videos or just making videos in general. So that's a lesson learned for me.
Yeah, I got burnt out trying to give you clips.
Yeah, I bet. I think you gave me like 3. Thanks, man.
No, but
Yeah, and I feel like a lot of the things that we're going over too, I mean it's primarily just to kind of kick off season 2 of our podcast, but also I do feel like a lot of them have like crossover to real life as well, and like I think that's a big one. Wes, you and I, when we talked about that on the phone, was like you found out this past year doing that like as a hobby was not fun at all. It also doesn't guarantee that it's going to happen. Whereas like there is a reality in which those things like it can happen, but like it's never guaranteed. And so you might as well like do it in a way that like if it happens, it happened naturally and without a ton of like strenuous effort,
Yeah.
And I just feel like it's just something that like could apply to so many areas of life too, where like, I don't know, this is not our job and we should not treat it with that kind of attention. Um,
Yeah.
but if something like big comes out of it, then great. But it's just not what we set out to do with this.
yeah,
So, Will, you're not thinking about hiring somebody to take over social media?
no, I still am.
No, you still are? All right, cool. Yeah. So that'll be
So yes, let's get a social media manager.
Honestly, it wasn't about the editing time or anything. It was just the quality of our content on social media. So,
dude, I'm with you, bro. I'm with you.
I'm kidding. And it's funny we say all this like kicking off season 2. We are going into this, I feel, with a strong game plan for season 2. It could not go as we planned. Like we could change, we could adjust and pivot if we end up enjoying a certain way we do podcast or we don't. Like we could change. I think we have a good structure in place with like shortening the episodes, 1 for us, 2 for the listeners. I feel it's easier to consume when it's in smaller bites that are more natural, but I think that's the point. Like we want this to be fun. And I don't know if I really want to set, a huge expectation. I don't think any of us are with what this next year will bring, other than the fact that we're going to show up. You know, we're going to show up and do this thing.
I bet you a lot of you thought we were done.
We came back just to silence that.
I know
people.
some of you guys were like,
my wife was one of those people
for a while. I thought they weren't going to put anything else out. They were going to be like, just like everybody else, it starts with something and it fades away and then they never go back to it. We know who you are. We don't know who you are. There's probably nobody that thought. All right. So I think there were 4 or 5 lessons there, potentially.
Yeah, for
You
sure.
You named him yet, Will?
Well, so Callie thinks this is her because we told Callie. Callie was so scared of this thing.
Yeah.
I would be too. To be honest with you, I can't tell if it's been or a woman.
Dude, if I just held it here and talked, does it kind of look right?
Yeah.
Oh.
It was like a guy.
But no, it is a guy.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Okay. It makes me feel better.
But I'm gonna ship you these, by the way.
Yeah, also, Will, you want to talk about that?
Yeah.
First official 3 Dads merch on the market.
Well, once we stopped recording, I had so much free time that I picked up sewing. And so I just did this in my free time. Came out pretty good. No, but Aaron actually got these for us for Christmas. And
we're still at your house.
Yeah, they're on top of my gun safe. So they're still in pristine condition.
Okay. Literally never worn.
Still got the tag.
Never worn except on Callie.
And share with everybody what your intention was and how you were going to give that to us. He doesn't remember. You were telling Colin and I last week, you're like, yeah, my goal was that I would give it to you guys in person next time we saw each other. But it's been 4 months and we haven't seen each other in person.
That is true. No, that was actually the intention.
That's also sad.
I know. Has it been that long, really?
Yeah, because I saw.
Cruises have you been to this 4 months?
I saw you last time you came around here and we went to the Hard Rock.
You've been on 5 cruises?
I'm going on a cruise in April, and that will be 7 months in a row.
Wait, so when was the last time you saw Colin? And then I hold on, bank that because we're going to talk about cruises on the same. When's the last time you guys saw each other?
Why do I feel like you were
football season, right?
Was it
November? December?
Wait, what? Were you here for Eden's birthday?
Yes.
Was that it?
So October.
Yeah. Thanks,
I
dude.
thought I came over after, though.
I know. Why do I feel like you spent the night here?
I did.
You did. When was that?
I think I had to be in Lakeland early for a meeting, so I hit you up to come.
I honestly don't remember when that was, but all I remember is we were watching the funniest videos.
Oh.
Late at night. What videos were they?
They were just Instagram videos between like me and Wes. And like
No. It was oh my gosh, dude. Oh, dude, you had videos saved in your Instagram that like you were literally waiting to show me.
Oh, no, literally they were direct messages between me and Wes and like me and J-Dub.
Well, okay, that might have been
that we sent each other.
It had to do with dogs. There were videos of dogs. Right?
Yeah, dogs. Yeah, like dogs getting farted on and stuff.
No, I know that. Oh, dude, this is killing me. I can't believe I can't remember it. Whatever. This is terrible content right now.
No, it's not, bro. But I actually deleted social media. I didn't delete my accounts. I have 0 apps on my phone. I have no YouTube, no social media, no sports. Literally Outlook and messages. What?
Do you have a Royal Caribbean app?
I do. Yeah.
Right.
No, it's actually funny though. Actually, I did download ESPN over the weekend.
He slowly, like over time, is just gonna add them all back.
No, I did re-download TikTok one time to see Aaron, like to watch Aaron's talks, and then I
You
had it
just
on
sent me
there.
something on Instagram like 3 days ago. It was like a funny.
Maybe it was Instagram, not TikTok.
Okay.
I can show you right now. I don't have it.
Why don't
But-
we? Because we have 10 minutes, about 10 minutes left here. So why don't we just kind of, if we can get to Wes and myself, great. But if not, we'll just stick with Will, because I feel like your social media stuff is kind of like significant. So why don't we just give like some kind of life updates, like what's kind of been going on over the past 4 months, and we'll cut it and then see what happens for next episode.
All right.
Love that. Will?
Well, that
Yeah.
was like I was in the middle of my life update, but
Well, yeah, but you just said you deleted social media and then there was no context. So like, why don't you actually just kind of give the context?
the context was going to be given until Wes called me out that I sent him an Instagram
All right.
video, and then
By the way,
yeah, so I downloaded Instagram
was
for a little
hilarious.
bit, but I re-deleted it. No, I just really realized, and on the theme of what made the podcast difficult, was I just found myself with too much screen time when it was, what am I trying to say? Like for this example, I'm working all day or gone all day, and then I get home and I'm tired, and like I see one video or a notification for the Jags or something on Instagram, and then obviously you scroll down and you can continue to see suggested reels, and then I would look up and it's been 45 minutes and I haven't said a word to Erin, and then she's getting ready to go to bed, and it's kind of like it started there, and then I've just really been trying to be more present in every aspect of my life, like when I'm working, dialed in and focused, and then once that shift comes that I've put in a good work day, to feel fine to disconnect and then fully lean into being a husband and being there for Callie. So I started to realize that I didn't feel like I really abused it, but it was taking valuable time that I don't really have. And so that was kind of like, I started trying to limit screen time at night, but then I realized in the morning, even if I got up early, I started to try to wake up early again. So it's I get up at 5, and then all of a sudden I'm scrolling because you're tired and you're just kind of waking up. And then it's 5:30 and I just wasted 30 minutes scrolling in bed. And I could have been up and doing anything that I needed to for 30 minutes. So I kind of just realized it started to compound in the morning, during the day if I took a little break, and at night. And so I said, there's really only, especially with my personality, I just need to be like completely cut off from everything. So that's what I did. But I didn't delete my accounts because I still like to see on Aaron's phone or something. But
yeah.
How long ago did you?
What?
How long ago did you remove all the apps? How long has this been going on?
Probably a month, fully, like all the apps.
Mm-hmm.
Probably
Nice.
a month.
You're and you're still going strong. Like, are you missing them, or like is it? I don't know. Like how's like the progress been with it?
No, because because obviously Aaron posts a lot of TikTok, so I enjoy keeping up on that. If I grab her phone, because I'm like, hey, I want to see what you posted the past couple of days. If she gives me her phone and I'm on the couch looking at her videos, I will then get to other videos, and it'll be like 10 minutes. And she'll be like, Will, I thought you wanted to see my videos. And so I kind of like feel like it does suck you in so easily that it's kind of like turned me off from having them.
Mm-hmm.
And what I've realized is if I really want to see something or hear about NFL free agency or look up something on Instagram or whatever, place a bet. I deleted the Hard Rock app from my phone too. But if I really wanted to do those things, I'll get my computer out and look it up.
Yeah.
Or I will Google it on my phone. I'll Google like Jags NFL free agency, and then I'm not stuck scrolling on Instagram, TikTok, or ESPN or something like that, or Bleacher Report. So it's just been very helpful for me because I know it sounds stupid, but I mean, just 30 minutes of time with Aaron where I'm not even by my phone or have nothing to do, I feel that it's made a big impact on my marriage with Erin. Um, and her feeling like I'm very present in comparison to what I was. I'm not saying I'm like the all present husband of the year. I just think that it's been a huge change for her. So I enjoy also her being like, hey, I've really appreciated you being more present. And I can tell that you're in conversation or asking me questions about my day or different things that you would never really ask about. So those are the
Mhm.
things that make me want to continue doing it. So
Yeah.
Awesome.
It doesn't
yeah.
sound stupid at all.
So it's
I mean,
been good.
yeah, it does not sound stupid at all. I mean, 30 minutes of like dedicated attention to anything. I think outside of like our jobs, I don't know. Um, I mean, I don't know how much we give 30 minutes of like focused attention to really like anything. Um, I mean, so
Yeah.
I don't I feel like that goes a really long way. Most of the things that we give that extended attention
Yeah.
to are the mindless things that don't actually require like focus. It just requires like a passive kind of state, you know?
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, it's like honestly like a lifetime in terms of
Yeah.
giving
Mm.
actual focus.
Yeah, even like spending time with Callie. I'm
Mhm.
sure you probably had because I'm guilty of this where I'm spending time with Margot, but like my phone's out and I'm like playing with her, but then also like scrolling on my phone doing things. I'm not
Mhm.
like fully,
Yeah.
fully just interacting with her with nothing else distracting me. And there's a
Yeah.
difference in when I do that versus when
100%.
I put my phone in my leave my phone in my room and then we're in the playroom or doing something and I'm just like 100% locked on whatever we're doing together. So, yeah. That's good that you, like, recognize that and made a decision to do something, and you're seeing the reward from it, so that's awesome.
Yeah.
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 Um,
No, I think one of the big things was, oh, God.
no, you got it.
Sorry. I was saying one of the bigger things too is I started to find myself getting pissed off when Aaron would, like, if I would be long day, whatever, and on the couch laying down scrolling, and Aaron would say something about it. Almost get my gut reaction was to like be, I've been busy all day. I just want to relax. Right. And it was always, it was always, I'm doing what I'm doing is completely fine because I've earned it, and almost like invalidating Aaron's feelings towards it because I worked all day. I deserve to lay on the couch and be a zombie on my phone, and then being mad about that or being like, why, etc. Like I lock into work.
Mhm.
If, being a good husband, a good dad is a top priority for me, then I need to lock in those areas as well. And I can't be scrolling on Instagram for 40 minutes during the height of the workday with all of the things that are going on. So I shouldn't be locked in for 45 minutes on Instagram when I'm finally away from work and I have a chance to be there for Aaron and be there for Callie. So it's funny how like just that change really, it's not the only change, but it's one change that I felt was easy to make and has made a huge impact. Like it had nothing to do with Aaron being not understanding of my tiredness or want to relax. It really was about me and my decisions, and everything that I was kind of wanting out of it has come from it. And I don't miss it. Like that's what you were saying, Colin. Like I really don't think about like, oh man, I wish I could just scroll on Instagram right now.
Mhm.
I don't think about that at all.
It's
I do
such a
miss the videos though because they are funny, but
yeah. Oh yeah. No, dude, there's times when like Kelsey, like she'll just like I'll look over at her phone and we'll just go through Instagram for 20 minutes of just looking at like funny reels. And it is genuinely like hilarious, but and I think that's totally fine in short bursts, but it's so funny how like we do like you said, like you work so hard, you deserve to be able to veg out, and it's like it's crazy how we are at a point where like that is what we like look to for relaxation. Yet if like you've actually been experiencing for a month, like it's actually better to like not have your face in the screen and just like be present in the actual people's lives in front of you. But like it's like that distance between like what we think like the relaxation is with the phones and like what like there's actually something like much better. Like you just have to go experience it, you know. But with I don't know, like just rewiring that like
Yeah,
system range is just
100%.
it's so hard. It's so deeply ingrained at this point. But
Well, like
Yeah.
a interesting question to ask you, Will, is how many times in the beginning, like week or so, did you go to grab your phone out of
yeah,
just natural like habit to scroll, and then you'd like be like, oh crap, yeah, I don't have the apps on it.
I still do.
Yeah, that's like the point too, is like the mindless grabbing of your phone to just unlock it and click an app and just like, this is what I do with my downtime. This is what I do with my free time. This is what I do when I'm waiting in line somewhere. This is what I do when I have 5 minutes while I'm
Yep.
on the it's just like, I didn't even realize how often you do it. I think it's funny, like, you haven't had
No.
those apps for 4 weeks, and you're, like, still finding yourself doing that. It just goes to show how deep that
Yeah.
not addiction, but just, like, I guess in a way, the
It's habit. It's a
wiring
habit.
habit, yeah, that we
Yeah.
have with our phones.
Yeah. No, 100%. I literally still do it. I did it today. When I wake up, I always go to the same place I usually and then there's nothing there, and I'm like, "All right, I guess I'll open Outlook," and then I'm on Outlook
mm,
at 5:30 in the morning. I'm like, "What am I doing on the Outlook app?" And I just get out of bed, you know what I mean? But before, you get locked into anything. So, it's it is funny, when you start picking up on it, but like I said,
yeah,
I've enjoyed just having it on my computer. Like, if I really wanna do something, I'll log in on my computer, and then I'm
yeah,
not gonna sit at the counter on my computer to look at Instagram. So, it's, uh, it's been fun, but I know we set a hard, we're trying to stick to it tonight, but I appreciate you guys letting me have the floor at the end there. That was sweet of you. But,
Yeah.
no, I mean, I hope you guys enjoyed, our little comeback here to season 2. We're obviously really excited and, we hope most of you are still here for the start of season 2. If you're not currently, we'll get your ass back.
Show it.
But it's fun, man. This is why we wanted to do it. Convos like this. And I'm not gonna speak for Wes and Colin, but I'm sure they're just as excited as me. And I miss these two guys and I'm excited to get it going again. So
Yeah.
we'll
yeah.
start probably next episode, maybe just talking about Colin and Wes's life updates that they've had personally with the fam, with their kids, and we'll take it from there, see where it brings us. So,
Sounds like a
Sounds like
plan.
a plan.
boys.
Dude, jinx, Wes.
Love you, dude.
Two great minds think alike.
All right, y'all. See you on next episode.
Dude.
Baby, lock them doors and turn them lights.